It's hard to think of a guy who likes regime change wars more than John Bolton, who Donald Trump fired, by the way, but who's somehow now back in the orbit saying regime change. I like that. Despite all of the recent criticisms of Trump from Bolton, Bolton's like, this I could get behind.
So, look, they didn't accomplish everything in one night. What a surprise. There's still a lot to do, but this is the right thing. And the next step, as you also asked about, is regime change. And I note that President Trump is moving apparently in the right direction on that, too, given his latest tweet. Of course.
Yeah,
look,
in your opinion,
Of course I support regime change war in Iran. You know, if you believe that your leader, Trump, is an isolationist, and then John Bolton is praising him, you've got to reconsider whether that's actually an isolationist. So we're going to get later, as I said, into what should the progressive perspective be on this. I'm an anti-authoritarian progressive social democrat. Okay. I'm against dictators. I'm against the Iranian regime. But the US as a global purveyor of that regime change, not sustainable, not logical, not common sense, and it rarely works. It really does have to come from within. So it's important to consider that after all of the Trump is anti-war stuff went on and Tulsi told us this is really the guy, this is the guy. After all of it, a lot of the same voices that supported and brought to us the Iraq war are now saying, we kind of like what Trump is doing. That is a big red flag. And I just want to say it again, and I am against the Iranian regime. I'm against dictators. I support democratic movements led by the people of Iran. That's not what we have here. This is not organic. This is the US trying to play global policeman again with no strategy, no authorization from Congress, and no public discussion. The promise from Trump was no new wars. That was the promise. And what we're getting is escalation with Iran, with Yemen, militias in different parts of the world, potentially with nuclear armed adversaries, China or Russia, if the spiral continues. So the guy who said he would end the forever wars and not get us into them is rebranding them. This is MAGA, make Iran great again. Not sustainable or logical, not common sense foreign policy. And we are slowly marching right back to the George W. Bush type doctrine that Trump claimed to oppose.